I married a prankster. He loves playing tricks on his friends, with his friends, and especially at weddings. At my own wedding, it included his friends putting glitter all through our car as we were leaving the reception to go to our honeymoon. And for his friend Sean, as Sean was loading his beautiful bride into his car, everyone was anticipating, knowing what was about to happen. As he drove off into the sunset, they waited. And when he reached the first intersection where he stopped, the horn started blaring and blaring and blaring and didn't stop until he started moving again. And as he disappeared around the corner, they could hear the horn going on and off as he drove off into the sunset with his bride. Because his mates had rewired his car so that every time Sean put his foot on the brake, the horn would activate as well. Wouldn't you love to have friends like that? Conquer kids' anxiety in less than 30 days. That happens through rewiring the unconscious mind. And conquer is a pretty powerful word. I could have easily chosen annihilate, abolish, destroy, cure, because this is exactly what happens in the unconscious mind. It is rewired so that the anxiety was never even there. Pretty amazing, isn't it? What type of anxiety? Generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, separation anxiety, OCD, phobias? Doesn't matter, because it's all stored in the brain like an alarm system. Our anxiety part of our brain is wonderful. It is like a smoke alarm that alerts us to danger. Smoke alarm goes off whenever you have flames licking up the sides of your walls, about to fill the house with smoke. The alarm will go off, you'll wake up, and it saves your life. Amazing. How often does your smoke alarm go off when you don't have any danger? Like when you've just burnt the toast, or when you've opened the oven door just a smidge and a puff of steam has come out. Through events in our past, we rewire our brains and we learn that certain things are dangerous when they're not. Maybe they used to be, but they're not now. Like going to school or like trying new things. NLP rewires the unconscious mind so that those events in the past don't have any more power over you, which is absolutely incredible. I have a child who has experienced separation anxiety all through preschool, through primary school, and came to a head in Year 5 when we ended up seeing a psychologist who taught my child how to use cognitive behavioural therapy. And I will never, ever forget the moment in Year 4 when we finally got him up to school. We passed him to the teacher, said goodbye, done our kisses, and I was walking out of the school gates, about to cross the road. And behind me, he was tearing towards me, tears streaming down his face, devastated. "Don't leave me here, Mum." No parent likes to see their child go through such big emotions. We don't want to see them suffering. We want to see them laughing with friends, learning new things, going to school happily, confident. And if we don't nip it in the bud now, if we don't sort it out now while they're kids, when they get older, it actually gets worse, not better. 1 in 4 adults are diagnosed with a mental health disorder. 1 in 4. And the most common is anxiety. So chances are you will know somebody with anxiety, or 2 or 3 or 20 people. And it's not like a little smoke alarm. It's like the smoke alarm at the shopping centre that's just been built at our local area, where there's a Coles underneath and a whole heap of shops, and on top there's 808 units. And when the baker at Coles burns the bread in the wee hours of the morning, it is not just a little smoke alarm that goes off. It is a huge alarm. It alerts the 808 unit dwellers who all have to evacuate. And it automatically summons the fire brigade, who turn on their sirens and turn up, ready to fight a huge fire. And my friends who live a kilometre away can hear that alarm. And they say that it alerts. It sounds once a month. But don't think that over time it gets better, because it doesn't, it gets worse. My child with separation anxiety has just completed the HSC. And he bumbled his way through school. And I asked him recently, how has year 12 been? Pretty hard year, final year. You know what, Mum, it's actually been fun, he said. What? Year 12 is fun? Are you kidding? Actually, it was just the last 3 months. What happened 3 months ago? I wondered. And I racked my brain, and I remembered that 3 months ago he was complaining of headaches, and I have experienced headaches a lot before. And after learning NLP, and I had an NLP process done on myself that was totally unrelated to the headaches went away. So I thought, I know, I'm going to do that NLP process on him. So we went back to a time when he experienced some kind of fear. It took 30 minutes, that's all. And at the end I said, what situation did you go back to? I went back to a time when I was 3 and my sister was 1, and she'd woken up and she was loud and it was early, and you took her away in the car to go and find a nice quiet park or something, and I was left and I thought I was all alone. I remember returning and my husband telling me how devastated he was because he thought he'd been deserted. Now that was an unavoidable situation. That's just life. But that event taught him, rewired his unconscious mind to be fearful of being separated from his family. And if I hadn't done that NLP process, then he could be experiencing that for the rest of his life. Because that NLP process was able to remove that emotion and rewire the brain so that it would work how it was designed to. Sometimes we rewire our brains unintentionally. There's nothing we can do. NLP is the solution. Stop spending your money on ongoing meds. Stop spending your money on ongoing appointments, because NLP can get rid of it once and for all. It only takes less than 30 days. I saw another girl who was doing the HSC, and she'd been seeing school counsellors all her life. She thought she knew exactly what she was in for when she came into my room. She didn't really have any symptoms of anxiety after the second. It was gone. And she was so utterly amazed at the strategies that I used, the techniques, that she contacted me a few months later asking where I had got my qualifications from. Incredible. And what is NLP? NLP is neuro linguistic programming that rewires unconscious mind. It was pioneered by John Grinder and Richard Bandler in the 70s, when they wanted to know what the best psychologists were doing to get the best, most successful results. They were 2 psychologists as well, and they came up with NLP because it actually gets results at an unconscious level, and it's incredible. You're probably wondering what happened to Sean and his beautiful bride as they drove off into the sunset. Luckily for Sean, he knew how to rewire a car, he was able to fix it really easily. If you want your child to experience calm, joy, and peace, then they need some NLP. annaware.com.au is my website. The link is below. You are welcome to a free strategy session. You click on the link for a free strategy session, book in a time that suits you. You tell me everything that you want to achieve for your child, and I will work out a plan on how to get there. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you.